Heyo! Welcome back to me. I've been absent. I was going to put a video out every month. That did not work out. I'm shocked. Color me shocked. Yeah. So I got VR. I've been playing some VR games. Coronavirus happened and all the craziness. I can't find a lot of ammo to go shoot at the range. So I don't have a lot of stuff for some cool videos like that. I'd like to do a video on my Mark 25 at some point. I got a nice Mark 25 I set up, you know, got the red dot and the flash of the light and the short reset trigger and threaded barrel and G10 grips and all that fun stuff. Alright, yeah. Sorry, I'm losing my voice for some reason. When I actually sit down and make a video, I lose my voice. Got a bunch of projects coming up that I'm gonna be filming and putting on the channel. Just got this today. It's a PF45, one of the Polymer 80 lowers. I'm building not a Glock 20 in 10mm for hiking. Take that out to the Rockies later this year. This one's an olive drab. It's really cool. I love the grip angle on these because I don't like the Glock grip angle. I'm not a Glock person. But anyway, so many new gun owners coming into the fold. Finally figuring out why those of us who plan ahead already own a gun. But welcome, even though you're fucking late to the party. Thanks for joining. Anyway, so I wanted to do some short videos on some tips and tricks for people that maybe don't know what they're doing. First of all, if you're considering buying a gun and you have not bought a gun yet, and you're like, oh, I need a first gun, I want something for home defense, I want something for what the fuck ever, right? You want a gun. Don't get crazy, don't be stupid, don't buy a 2-inch 357 Magnum revolver. If you're a new gun owner, you suck. You're not gonna hit anything. You might hit yourself, right? Go with something easy, something almost anybody can shoot, right? What's the most popular rifle in America? The one that everybody wants to ban because it spells freedom. Get an AR-15. And there's a few reasons for that, but the number one reason is that it's ubiquitous, right? Most people have one. Ammo's everywhere. You can get parts for them anywhere. It's very easy to use. Aiming a rifle is so much easier than aiming a pistol. There's so many more fundamentals aiming a pistol. If you get a rifle, get an AR-15. You can get a cheap AR-15, Smith & Wesson M&P. Sig Tread is sort of cheap, but if you're talking cheap and work well, Smith & Wesson M&P, Ruger has the SR556, I think they're called. Like, there's some decent cheap ARs out there. You get an AR, a couple magazines, some ammunition for it, and put a red dot on it. Shoulder the rifle, you know, have somebody set it up for you that knows what they're doing, put the red dot in, sight it in, and then it's as simple as pick up the rifle, take the safety off, put the red dot on the thing that you want to shoot, and pull the trigger. And when I say pull the trigger, see, this is the thing everybody, and I've heard online all sorts of funny arguments about this. Well, my 85-year-old grandmother, you think she's going to pick up a 7-pound rifle and pull the trigger? Well, alright, but if she can't pick up a 7-pound AR-15 and pull the trigger, how the hell is she going to pick up a handgun and shoot that with any reliability? Like, do you know how much you can pick up an AR-15, right? You can hold an AR-15 with one arm against your shoulder and finger bang that trigger and still hit what you're aiming the red dot at. You're not going to do that with a pistol. You pick up, and this is unloaded, you safety Nazi bastards. You pick up a pistol, right? You pull that trigger wrong, you anticipate the recoil, you get too much finger in there, right? There's so many more things that can go wrong aiming a pistol that cause you to miss completely. So much easier to two-hand a rifle. Pistols take some some experience. Hopefully you'll get some training. Don't be couch commando and get no training, not know what you're doing. Everybody that's going out and buying a gun now, please, at some point, get some training. Or go to somebody who's had training and have them teach you some basic fundamentals before you just start carrying that gun around like a dickhead and shoot possibly yourself or somebody you love. Get training. Get training, get training, get training, get training, get training. Training! Do it! Anyway, this video is not really about that though. I just like to yap. So this video is about if you did pick up a pistol, and I hear this all the time, and this is the 85-year-old grandmother argument again. Well, how do you think my 85-year-old grandmother is going to pick up an AR-15? But your 85-year-old grandmother can pick up a Glock or a SIG P320. This is the SIG M17. This is like the military version of the P320. You think your 85-year-old grandmother is going to pick this up and have a better time than an AR-15? With this, you know, heavy spring in the slide. A lot of people with weaker grips and stuff have problems with pistols. So that's actually what this video is going to be about. Your 85-year-old grandmother, you, if you have a weak grip. If you have arthritis, I have arthritis. Sometimes it's really hard to grab things. Sometimes I drop things with my right hand because my arthritis is like, oh, sorry, were you holding on to that? Did you want to keep that in your possession? Darn. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to show you a couple of examples here. But this is the way, so let me first show you how not to rack the slide on your pistol. First of all, don't do that Hollywood grip. So bad, right? I feel like I'm going to cover more in this video than I thought I was, but I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try and keep this on the rack and the slide. But, however, choke the shit out of that pistol all the way up. Get this right under that beaver tail. No matter what kind of pistol you got, Glock, whatever. Don't do this, right? Because when you shoot the gun, it just lets the gun flop all over like a floppy dick. You don't want that, right? So hold it like that. Second of all, don't ever do this. Don't take your thumb and your forefinger and pinch that slide and pull it back. Because that takes the most strength. Because you're pinching it with 2 fingers, or sometimes 3 if you can get them on there. That takes a lot of grip strength. Then you're using just the muscles in your forearm to hold the pistol and pull that back. That is the hardest way you can do that. Now I'm 6'3", 240 pounds. So I can do it, but I don't, because it's a stupid way to do it. I always want to do things smart, right? That's why the cliche is work smarter, not harder. So what you want to do is, if you're holding your pistol correctly, right? People with more grip strength, more upper body strength, this is the easiest way to do it. When you're manipulating your pistol, you want to take your hand and wave high with it. Put your palm, see if I can do this here on the camera, put your palm on one side of your slide. Wrap your fingers up and over the top and grab the other side of the slide with your fingers. So you want to basically hold it like this. You see that? See what I'm doing there? Now, you're going to take this hand wrapped over the top, pull the slide all the way back. And now if you're racking the slide to put a round in there, see what I'm going to do is just hold it open here for a second. Basically, this is the easy way to do things. Don't worry about manipulating the slide stop or slide release or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Take your little hand, grab that slide, just like that. If it's locked open, you put a new magazine in it. Take your little hand, grab the slide just like that, pull it all the way back, and let it go. Don't do this. This is a Hollywood thing. Don't pull that slide back and then ride it forward. Don't do that. The spring in here is meant to give it enough force to pick up a round from the magazine and put it into the chamber. If you ride that slide forward, sometimes the slide doesn't close all the way. Then when you need it, you pull the trigger and it goes click because you haven't chambered the round fully, right? You don't want to do that. Every time you rack your slide, put your hand over the top, pull it all the way back, let it go. Just let it go. The way I was taught by a trainer, trained SWAT people and all sorts of stuff in the police, was one of the first pistol trainers I had, aside from my grandfather years and years ago. But this is when I got back into the sport and went and sought professional training. He said, basically, punch yourself in the chest. Take that pistol slide, pull your hand all the way back to your chest. Which also comes with the second set of advice. Now, sometimes, like I can just hold this up in the air and yank this back and let it go. But again, I'm 6'3", 240 pounds. If you don't have the upper body strength to do that, my fiance can't do that, for instance. She just can't compress the spring, can't compress the spring, she just doesn't have the upper body strength, right? So then what you want to do, you're going to take the pistol, hold it back like this, okay? Put your magazine in, whether the slide's locked back or not. You're going to grab the slide with your hand, same way, right? Ooh, we're going to knock the camera over is what we're going to do. So, you don't have the upper body strength to pull it all the way back like this on its own, right? So you're just going to grab that, and we're going to stand back a little so you can see what I'm doing here. You're going to take this arm, and you're going to punch forward. It's like you're punching somebody in the face in front of you, straight jab forward with this arm. You're going to take this arm, and you're going to punch yourself in the chest. And what that looks like, I'm going to do it in slow motion first, and then we'll do it full speed so you can see. So what that's going to look like is you're pushing forward with this arm, and you're pulling back with this arm. So you're going to push forward and pull back at the same time. Right? So it doesn't look right when you're doing it in half speed because it's not how it works. But, so if you don't have the upper body strength, grab it again. You're going to push forward with this arm, pull back with this one. So you want to hit yourself in the chest with this hand, and you want to punch somebody in the face with this hand. See how that goes? Promise, with enough practice you can do that. My fiance can do that. My 68-year-old mother can do that. Anybody can do it, right? So let's take this is an M17 again, SIG. Let's take a look on a smaller one. This is also another SIG. I happen to like SIGs. This is the P224 and 40 Smith & Wesson, so it's an even heavier spring than the 9mm, and because it is a subcompact gun, it is a very heavy spring in this. And gun's unloaded. Nothing in the chamber, damn safety Nazis. Now this is double action, single action, but it's the same concept, right? This has a very stiff spring. So again, same concept. I can't get all my fingers on it because it's a small grip, but you're going to do the same thing. Grab the top of the slide, push forward and pull back. Super simple. What if you have a cheap gun? Say a Bursa 380. Looks like a Walther PPK, but it's the cheap Brazilian version. Brazilian, right? Argentinian. Sorry, Argentinian. My bad. Either way, I'm take the safety off because it always pinches my hand. Same thing, right? So this is my fiance's gun, this little gun 380. It's the same thing. Grab over the top of the slide. Now you want to make sure, if you have bigger hands like me, you just want to make sure not to put your fingers in front of the ejection port, because that can hurt if there's a round in there. So you just want to keep clear of the ejection port. But it's the same concept. Wrap your fingers over the top, punch forward, hit yourself in the chest. Oh, or you mess it up on camera. Just like that. Ow. This one is not fun because this one has a slide mounted safety. So that kind of digs into your palm a little bit. But it works. If you don't have the hand strength to do that, just do that. Simple concept, right? That's going to be it for this video. So I hope that helps some of you out. Again, this is a good way to rack a slide. If you don't have the upper body strength to just rack that slide by itself, that concept works almost every time. I'm probably messing it up on camera because I'm doing it on camera. I don't know if I was actually moving this hand very much. I think so. Anyway, there you go. I hope that helps somebody out. And I'm going to try and do some more videos this year. Stupid coronavirus. Anyway, doodles.